Good morning, everybody. We are here for Excel Project 2. This is the Foot Locker project, and I have all my text typed in. I'm going to pause here for a second just in case you need to get yours typed in, and then we'll begin working on formatting and putting in our formulas. Alright, if you're following the directions in the handout, you've already completed steps 1 and 2, hopefully, and now we're on step 3. In step 3, it says to insert the formula for the original cost, which is price times items sold. So we'll go to the original cost, and I'm going to type in an equal symbol. We'll take the price, okay, and we're going to multiply that times the items sold. Just go ahead and hit enter. I won't worry about doing the formulas, copying them down. I'll do them later. Alright. Step 4 says insert the formula for the sale cost, which is sale price times items sold. So again, equals. We're taking the sale price this time, and we're going to multiply that times the items sold. So step 5 says insert the formula for total savings, which is equal to original cost minus sale cost. Okay, so pretty simple. We're taking the original cost minus the sale cost. Just hit enter. Now once we have this done, I don't really tell you to do it in the directions, but I expect you to realize these are formulas that are going to be used for the whole column right here. And so we're just going to copy these down like that. Alright, so step 6 says format the title and subtitle. Okay, there are 4 parts to that. A, change title font to whatever you want, bold, and change size to 24. So I'm going to go ahead and select this, pick out a different font here. Let's say Arial Narrow. I think that's kind of close to the font that you normally use. We're going to have it be bold, and we're going to make it 24 point. Okay. B says change subtitle font to whatever you want, bold, and change size to 16. So I'll go, again, use the same font. It just tends to work a little bit better if you do that. It's going to be bold, and it's going to be 16 point. Okay. Step C says merge and center the title and subtitle from column A to G. So remember, you can only do one row at a time. So we'll grab that one and merge it, and then we'll grab the next one and merge that one across all my columns also. Part D says apply a thick border around the titles and add a light fill color. So I'm going to select both of these, use my border button to apply a thick outside border, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a fill color to this. Light gray here. Step 7 says find the total of each column. So I'll just go over here where my totals are going to be, use my auto sum button, hit enter. We want it for each column, so we'll just go ahead and copy that across. 8 says find the average of each column, so we'll go select ourselves for our average. Click little drop down arrow, choose average. Now remember, this time we don't want to include the totals in there, so we have to go back and reselect our information. We're going to do the same thing for the max and the min. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do the max right here. Again, I'm just selecting it for our categories. I'll stop right above the total. And then the min, I'll use my auto sum button to use the min function. Again, make sure that you only select the items, don't include any of the totals or averages or any of that stuff. Now I can go ahead and select all 3 of my formulas, grab my fill handle on the bottom right corner, and copy them over. Okay, so now we're down to step 11. It says put a thick bottom border under cells A3 through G3 and center the text. So here's A3. We're going to take that out through G3. We want a thick bottom border, not a square border, just a bottom border. All right. And we're going to center the text like that. All right. Step 12 says select cells A11 through G11, apply a thick top border and double line bottom border. So A11, G11. Okay, so we're looking for a thick bottom border, or thick top border, excuse me, and a double underline bottom border. Now, so you might have to get a little bit creative with this, actually. The best way to do this, if I add the double bottom border and then I come back and I add the thick top border, all right, it's not going to work. So the only way you can kind of really get this to work is if you then come back and grab your Adidas apparel and add a thick bottom border to that. So now I've got my thick top border and my double underline border. It says sort the table by items sold in order of largest to smallest. So remember, when you do this, you got to select your column headings. Okay, we don't want the totals selected. We're going to do a custom sort. We're sorting by items sold. Okay, and we want it the largest to smallest. Okay. Now that's rearranged everything. If you look in your items sold column, you can see where it's now in order. Okay. All right, so put cells B4 through C4. So let's get B4 through C4. E4 through G4. So I'll hold down my control key here. B11 through C11. And E11 through G11, and we're going to put all that into the accounting style. Okay, so let's go hit our accounting style button. It's going to widen things out for us a little bit here. All right, so put cells B12 through C14. So let's take B12 through C14. We're going to put that. Oops, sorry. B12, C14. Okay. And then we're going to come over here and grab these. These are all going to be the accounting style also. Then it tells us to come back and grab B5 through C10. And then come on over and grab the remaining numbers over here. And we're going to use the comma style for all these. It says center column D. So we're going to take all our numbers in column D and we're going to center them. Now let's do this. I don't have it in the instructions. But let's grab this number that's got all these decimal places. And let's get rid of some of those decimals. Bring it down to just one decimal. I think that'll work fine. Okay. It says 18, create a column chart using cells A3 through A10. So A3 through A10. And D3 through D10. So D3 through D10. It's going to be a column chart. So we'll go insert. I don't really say what kind of column chart. So you can do any of the 2D, you can do any of the 3D. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I would not do like these stacked ones because really they're not very useful. Alright? But I'll go ahead and just do a 3D column chart. Now, this time, because we had only one column heading selected in here, alright, it actually put in the column heading for our title so we don't have to worry about it. It tells you to place it below the data, so we'll grab this and kind of move it down here underneath the data. Okay. It says set a rule to format cells of any total savings greater than 4,000 with an orange fill color and bold font. So first off, you need to be able to realize that we're talking about total savings. So I'm going to select my total savings amount right here. Okay? And we're going to create a conditional formatting, new rule, format only cells that contain, all right? And it says savings that are greater than 4,000. So right now it says between. We need to change that to greater than. The number is 4,000. So once we've got our criteria set, we'll go ahead and change the format of this. We're going to make it bold, and we're going to give it an orange fill. And just hit OK again, and now that applies our conditional formatting. Step 20 says change the row height of row 1 and 3 to 31. So we'll take row 1, like that, 31, and row 3, like that, 31. Very little difference there. Row 2 to 21. Oh, already set for 21. Don't have to worry about that. And row 12 to 27. Like that. Okay, it says change column width of A to 17. A, 17, and B through G to 12. So I'm going to select B through G. Change those to 12. Change sheet name to sales. And you're going to insert a header and change the landscape and then add a formulas page. And I think you should be able to do the remainder of this on your own.